Skål! Hello everyone and welcome to another whiskey review. Today we have the second Laphroaig of this series. Maybe it's called the third in all. It is the Laphroaig QA cask. I have my notes here, just so you know. This one is pretty expensive. It costs around 650 Danish crowns, which is about 65 pounds and maybe 70 euros, dollars, give or take a little bit. This is for an entire liter. Normally I give the price out for 70 centiliters, but this one is a liter. It's 40% alcohol, and unfortunately it is chill filtered and artificially colored. Doesn't mean it can't be good. We'll get into that later. The reason for the name QA is that in Latin, American white oak is called, let me just try and pronounce this right, Quercus Alba, something like that. That means American white oak. So QA comes from Quercus Alba. Quercus Alba. This one has been aged twice. First aging process is in ex-bourbon White Americsn Oak cask. And after that, there's a finish aging process in fresh American white oak. So that's going to be interesting to see what this fresh American white oak has to offer to this Laphroaig, which usually is very peated and has a lot of sea influence. So that mixture of one or the other flavors should be interesting. What the American white oak usually brings is vanilla, sweetness, and some kind of softness. Laphroaig is usually not very soft. It's usually very powerful and very heavy. So yeah, that should be very interesting. But let's get into the most important thing, the nosing and tasting. There's no sponsored content in this video, and as always, everything on this channel is just my opinion. Yeah, this one is also chill filtered and artificially colored like the one yesterday. I already said that, but I just wanted to mention the color, which is a lot lighter than the one yesterday. There's pretty much the same amount of leg, maybe even a lot, maybe even a little bit more. Yeah, definitely a little bit more. So light golden color, definitely. First of all, there's just smoke, peaty smoke, and quite a lot of it actually. There's no sharpness at all. There's also a little bit medicinal feel to it and a little bit of that same sea influence as the one yesterday, but nowhere near as much. Maybe there's actually more peat than the one yesterday. It's definitely smoky. I'm only getting a tiny bit hint of sweetness, and I can't say if it's vanilla or what it is, but there's a little bit of sweetness there, nothing else. Yeah. So, skål! The palate is very smooth, and there's peat there. There's none of that medicinal influence, and I'm not getting any sea influence as well. it's just pretty much just the peatiness. The finish is a lot more powerful. There's actually some sharpness on my tongue in the finish, and there's just more power to the flavors. The flavors is also peaty smoke and a lot of it, but there is a little bit of a soft note, a soft touch to it. Yeah, not a lot, and I'm almost getting no vanilla. There is a hint of vanilla and a hint of sweetness covering the mouth. It's definitely mouth-watering. Yeah. I think I'll be having a second sip just to make sure all those flavors that I explained are accurate. Of course, the peatiness and the power went a little bit down the second time I nose it. There's a little bit of vanilla and sweetness in the back, way in the back, but for me, the peat smoke just is dominant. I can't seem to get past that peaty smoke. Yeah. No medicinal influence, no sea influence for me anyway. Almost the same as before. Smooth palate with peat smoke, a lot more power, a little bit of sharpness and in the finish, and more peat smoke, but in the back there's actually a little bit of vanilla. Not a lot, and you have to, you won't notice it if it's the first time tasting whiskey. So yeah, it's a little bit difficult to. And the longer the finish, it's a long finish, actually very long, and the more you kind of taste it and savor the finish, the more the vanilla notes become obvious, but there's still only hints and way in the back. So not as I expected, actually. I thought there would be a lot more influence from those fresh white oak casks. It's definitely a Laphroaig and it tastes really good. But I would expect, and I would have hoped, for a little bit more influence from those casks. I will be putting this at a 7.8 because it is really good, but it's not better than the one yesterday. In fact, it's a little bit more boring, in my opinion, because it's almost only peat smoke. And that's why I moved down half a point. So 7.5 for the Laphroaig QA cask. Yeah. Next video we will be doing will be the Laphroaig PX cask triple matured. I think this will come out on Wednesday, so look forward to that. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and feel free to share it with friends and family. Please do leave a comment down below. I love the comments and I will respond to all of them. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe and maybe hit that bell button so you don't miss out. And also check out my Instagram account. It's Dunkeren_. There's a lot of video clips and pictures of what I do on an everyday basis. I upload every day, sometimes a lot more than once. So please check that out and give me a follow there also if you like what you see. So until next time, I hope you have a good day and have a couple good days. I will see you. Bye bye.